Sarah Wilkerson, and I'm a parent, and I'm also an advocate for the Safe Babies Through Screening Foundation. And I wanted to talk to you today about my son Noah. Noah lived for 4 precious days in June of 2009 before he suddenly and unexpectedly stopped breathing and passed away. We discovered afterward that he had a genetic disorder called MCAD, which is an illness that's 90% treatable if we had the diagnosis in time. But unfortunately, Noah's diagnosis came too late for us to be able to do anything about it. My husband and I live in the state of Colorado. We moved there just before Noah was born, but are originally from the state of Missouri. And upon further investigation, we learned that the services offered between the two states differ drastically. In the state of Missouri, they have 4 state labs that run continuously. They have policies that dictate when the initial blood sample is collected, how the samples are shipped to the state lab, and how long the state lab has to process the results afterwards. And as a result, they haven't lost a child to a disorder like Noah's since 2004. In our new home state of Colorado, they didn't have policies in place that were as aggressive. They use the U.S. Postal Service to mail samples in, and they'll wait to batch samples until they can warrant sending a package big enough to the state lab. The state lab is closed on evenings, weekends, and holidays, so depending on the day of the week your baby is born, you could be in for a bit of a wait. So today, I'm here to talk to you about this and the fact that if we had never moved, odds are my son would still be alive today. What I would like to request is that you guys make a recommendation that hospitals collect the initial blood sample at 24 hours of life, that you no longer condone the use of the U.S. Postal Service to mail samples to the appropriate state lab, and to hopefully recommend that the state lab would process results within 48 hours of receiving it. It's vitally important that these recommended procedures be put into place and that the Secretary of Health and Human Services adopts them, because in cases of infants like my son, days, minutes, and seconds matter the longer that it takes a diagnosis to come through. In the end, parents like me deserve to know as soon as is humanly possible that their child has a life-threatening illness, so that they have options, which are options that I didn't have, which was to fight for my son's life. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you for your comments, Ms. Wilkerson.